a reflection that I couldn't hold back in the first part, and I kind of let it slip. I'm going to ask some questions. What is Venezuela? Venezuela. And I'm going to try to give some answers, my own. You know, Venezuela is indeed a territory. Yes, we were there long before the arrival of the Spanish explorers. The territory, not Venezuela. The indigenous people were there, not Venezuela. The Spanish arrived, they gave us a name, Venezuela, the Captaincy General of Venezuela. Later on, after the uprising of Jose Leonardo Chirinos in the Falcon mountain range, of the uprisings of Gual and España. Around that time, more or less, European conditions led the Mantuano caste in Venezuela to decide to recognize the rights of Ferdinand VII on April 19th in the year 1810. And then during the following year, the people decided to declare their independence from the Kingdom of Spain because at that time, the Spanish king was still being held as a prisoner. And the War of Independence began. That War of Independence is a long, painful, hard period, about 20 years, something like that, with many deaths. And with a liberator, Bolivar, who had such an important air of greatness that he didn't settle for just Venezuela, Ecuador, Bolivia, Colombia, Peru. 5 nations, and we became the homeland of Bolivar, not only because he was our liberator, but because he was the liberator of the Americas, of South America, along with San Martin, O'Higgins, and others, but he was the head of it all. And that somehow delineated what a certain writer said, the authentic Venezuelan. The authentic Venezuelan is, yesterday I saw a video, my dear friends, from the time of Gallegos, watching a kind of cultural presentation. And for that presentation in 1940-something, they brought artists from Margarita, artists from Zulia, artists from different parts of the country. And they danced the Pájaro Guarandol. They danced the Chimbangueles of San Benito, the people from Margarita with their boat Nueva Esparta. It was an act that had a certain flavor of Venezuela, of who we are as a people, our rich and complex history, our vibrant and diverse culture, our daily habits and traditions, our unique customs and ways of life. Well, the process over time led to what it ultimately led to, as we have seen. The Federal War, the breakup before that with Gran Colombia, the betrayal of Bolivar's thought by Páez and Santander. We arrived at the dictatorship of Gomez. Gomez stabilizes the country, creates the armed forces, a single government, centralism, but a single government. After Gomez came Lopez and Medina, a transformation towards democracy. Then the coup that overthrows Medina, the Adecos plotting with the military, then the coup that overthrows Gallegos, then the death of the general, head of the government's military junta, Delgado Chalbaud, and from there we moved forward until we reached, well, the dictatorship of Marcos Perez Jimenez, 8 long years of an iron developmentalist dictatorship, but a dictatorship nonetheless. Then democracy, the coup and democracy. Romulo Betancourt, the 50-50. We're not going to give you all the oil. Half for you and half for us. The concessions began, a kind of regulation started. Medina Angarita had started that to regulate how the Venezuelan oil situation was. Who managed it, who owned it, all those things were kind of getting sorted out. In more recent times or times, we became a song. I carry your light and your scent on my skin and the cuatro in my heart. I carry in my blood the foam of the sea and the horizon in my eyes. And if one day I have to be shipwrecked and the rudder breaks my sails, I want my body to be buried near the sea in Venezuela. And the song of Caracas, a bit older, glory to the brave people who cast off the yoke, respecting the law, virtue, and honor. And if despotism raises its voice, follow the example that Caracas gave. Today, my dear friends, I want to express that I truly feel deep within my heart that all of that which has so profoundly shaped Venezuela as an existence, as a unique existentiality, as the late and esteemed Americo Goyo would so eloquently say, as a sense of selfhood, of identity, is now, at this very moment, in doubt. Venezuela is in a transition, moving on from a dictator, removed from power in a bad way, I don't agree with the method. Now they'll see how they defend themselves, if they defend themselves, and the crimes they're accused of. But the ruling clique remained because Venezuela, that Venezuela of the national anthem and of that song by Armenteros, Venezuela, no longer exists. Now, at this moment in time, we are actually governed by some guy, a person who comes from another country, from a place far away, from abroad. And I say that it no longer exists because I have the fear, the deep concern that, well, I hope it's a minority. Forgive me for speaking from my soul, and I pay the cost of speaking from my soul. One, I sincerely hope that it's a small minority who would actually be willing to let them turn us into Puerto Rico or Guam or Hawaii, essentially to let them turn us into a small colony over there where we have some oil wells and some rare lands. And some little Indians, those ugly guys, Trump said about the Venezuelans who were protesting in New York against Maduro's imprisonment, and I don't even know who those guys were. Some ugly guys with torn hats. Where did they get such ugly people from? Trump said about those Venezuelans who, rightly or wrongly, were defending Nicolas Maduro from his kidnapping or his detention. But let's get back to the heart of the matter, my dear friends. What are we? That's why I was singing the song by Trigo Limpio, and some followers of Maria Corina get very angry with me. But for her to have said yesterday, break me, kill me, but don't ignore me, the prize is yours too, take me into account, here I am. And for the lady who governs Venezuela today to remain silent when the guy says he wants 50 million barrels of oil and that he is going to manage the money. Where did the anthem go? Where did the song Venezuela go? Yesterday, a dear, someone who was my friend got upset with me. Today, I don't feel he's my friend because he's very upset. He has spent all this time insulting the sellouts, the normalizers, the traitors. But now he says it's all fine and dandy for the North American government to manage Venezuelan oil. Someone called him a sellout. Oh, and he felt offended because someone called him a sellout. Why was he offended? Could it be that he felt he was behaving like that? I'll finish and offer a kind of final thought on this reflection. My dear brothers, we have to find a way together to truly rebuild this country. We probably can't get rid of the trap we're in. We have the trap of the orange one and of Mrs. Rodriguez. And we have to spend some time trying to find the transition to a government of Venezuelans for Venezuelans. A democratic, pluralistic government that thinks about the progress of its citizens and the quality of life of its citizens, that knows that the state is a company and that we, the Venezuelans, are the shareholders, the owners of the territory, the masters, the fathers of these 912,000 square kilometers are us, the Venezuelans. But let's not lose, and this is what I ask of you in the name of God. I know we are living through difficult times of transition, and I don't know if it will ultimately be a long or short transition, but let's not lose our history, our very identity, what we really are as Venezuelans. Let's not lose that. Let's not lose Bolivar. Let's not lose Sucre. Let's not lose Miranda. Let's not lose our history. Let's not lose our anthem. Let's not lose our song Venezuela. Let's not succumb easily, neither to the old dictatorship nor to the new dictatorship, whether it's internal or external. We have the right to self-government. We have the right to democracy. We have to fight to achieve that. But above all, we have the right to shout with the flag in our hands. Glory to the brave people This is Venezuela, which doesn't want to be a Chinese, Russian, Cuban, Iranian, or North American colony. We want to be a free country in the concert of nations, with democracy, freedom, and with the effort of each one of us to achieve prosperity. I can't conceive of Venezuela in any other way. I can't conceive of it, my dear brothers, in any other way. Let's go to a meeting with our dear sponsors.
Advertisement. Are you looking for an education that opens the doors to professional success? At Dr. Rafael Beloso Chacin University, we have been training the best for more than 35 years. Here at Urbe, academic excellence is a reality. We offer you updated programs, modern infrastructure, cutting-edge technology, and highly qualified professors. Our commitment is to prepare you to be the professional that today's world needs. Don't waste any more of your time. Enroll and start your future with us. We are Urbe. We are excellence.
At Mercasa, you'll find everything you need. A bakery, a fish market, a butcher shop, liquor, and much more. From groceries to products for your pet, permanent offers on medications, enjoy a coffee, a smoothie, or a delicious pizza. Every weekend, we have irresistible offers. If you are abroad and want to send something to your parents in Maracaibo, contact us on WhatsApp at 042-46-306-318. We'll do the shopping for you and deliver it to your door. Visit us on La Limpia Avenue at the Los Olivos Shopping Center. Mercasa, always with you. Are you looking for a special place to enjoy with your family? I recommend Vitico's Steakhouse. It's your best choice. We're waiting for you every day starting at 11 in the morning. With an exquisite menu that includes grilled meats, hamburgers, pizzas, salads, and pastas. On weekends, live music. We are located on Universidad Avenue and Bella Vista Avenue, diagonal to the Bank of Venezuela. We are Vitico's Steakhouse. The Mayor's Office of the Julio Cesar Salas Municipality in the state of Merida is delivering supplies to the homes of the people in each of the municipality's parishes. Striving to serve the community, the people who are in need. There you'll find the Mayor's Office and its mayor serving the entire community. The Mayor's Office of the Julio Cesar Salas Municipality. Planning is vital to ease those difficult moments. And at Capilas La Asuncion, we accompany you in those inevitable moments 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Capilas La Asuncion, honoring and taking care of every detail is our commitment. Visit us on 21st Avenue and 66th Street behind Pharma Express in Indiomara, on La Limpia Avenue across from Pharma Express, and on 25th Avenue across from La Epifania School. Immediate attention at 041-4697-8401. Follow us on social media as Capillas La Asuncion. We also have services